Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome on the Culture News. My name is David Serero, and I have the pleasure to have today over the phone a phenomenal actress. And she's way more than just an actress. She's a phenomenal singer. She's an award-winning actress, a playwright, a director, and an advocate for inclusion. We need people like my wonderful guest today. Of course, you know who it is. This is the multi-talented Christine Toy Johnson. How are you, Christine, today?
Well, thank you for that beautiful introduction. I'm wonderful. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on the show.
It is really an honor having you. I really appreciate that you're taking some time with us today, knowing that you are all the way in Seattle and you are working on this phenomenal musical, which is having a smashing hit now on Broadway that is called Come From Away. But also, as if it is not enough, my dear Christine, you are starring in this phenomenal Netflix TV series that is called Iron Fist, and also in the Lifetime drama series You. So my question, Christine, when do you sleep?
you know what? I'm not a very good sleeper. I'm a very good multitasker, though, and an excellent coffee drinker. So it's been an amazing time. I feel so fortunate and happy to have been able to participate in all of these fantastic projects. So I run on that fuel.
Well, let me tell you, not only you are a source of energy for a lot of people around, but just to hear about you, just to hear your name, just to hear about all the wonderful things that you're doing. First of all, you make us all feel bad because we're like, okay, I thought I did something with my life, Then I look at all the things you're doing. I look at all your success, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing enough. And you are such a source of inspiration. Before we talk about all the great things you're doing, I want you to know what an inspiration you are. Also for all the charity work that you're doing, and I feel like what you receive, if you receive one, you're going to give 10 back. And this is what I really love about you, besides, of course, your phenomenal talent as an actress. So we're going to start to talk about things in the order. First of all, I would love to know, this is a question that I always ask, is where are you from and what brought you to this class of singing and acting?
Well, I grew up in the suburbs of New York City in a town about an hour north called Katona, New York. My parents still live there now. And so I was just so lucky to be so close to Broadway. Broadway was, all I ever wanted to do my whole life was be on Broadway or in Broadway shows. And so I started at a very young age. I was one of those children who would put on a dramatization of the 12 Days of Christmas for my parents' captive holiday guests. I was that kid. And then I started taking classes at a very young age, both in Westchester County, around where I lived, but also when I was a little older, I would travel into New York City on the train and take acting classes and singing and dancing, and I continued to do that even after I made my professional debut. I got my equity card. I joined the Professional Actors Union for stage the summer I graduated from high school. But I continued to go to college. I went to Sarah Lawrence College and continued to work professionally during the summers and between semesters, and then full-time after I graduated from college. So it's been a lifelong pursuit, and I became a writer about, 18 years ago.
Wow.
So I just feel like it's always been in my DNA to be a storyteller of some sort or another, and finding ways to be both a generative artist and an interpretive artist has been an incredible journey for me, and a great source of joy.
And you are, for us, a source of joy. And,
thank you.
On that musical Comes From Away, something is telling me, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but something is telling me that just the title defines you perfectly, because I feel that you come from a way in life, and you have been you have made your way up to the top with your hard work and dedication and that big, lovely smile that you give to all your coworkers, to all your colleagues, and always available for people. Is that, you think, part of this title? Do you think it defines you?
Oh, well, thank you so much. That's so lovely. You know, I'm just grateful for my life in the theater and in the arts. And you know, without trying to sound like I'm being a Pollyanna or patting myself on the back, I just love it so much. And so it's really important to me to try to give back and be as authentic a storyteller as I can be, which involves you know, expressing gratitude for the people around you and trying to illuminate stories that not only of hope. Look, I think that there's so many opportunities right now to illuminate stories of hope because we need them so much. We're in such a divisive time. So I'd like to lean into that. The show I'm with, you mentioned Come From Away. It is, I don't know for your listeners who might not know about it, it is based on a true story about these people of Gander, Newfoundland in Canada who opened up their homes and their hearts to about 7,000 people who were diverted there on 9/11, 2001, when the American airspace was closed. And so it's really a story about the healing power of compassion and kindness and, as I said, based on these real life people, these real stories that came out of this 5-day period of time. So I think, you know, it's such an amazing thing to be a part of that story and telling it every night and reminding ourselves of how important it is to be kind and compassionate, even when, you know, you're human and you might not always want to feel that way. We're reminded by the stories of others to really do our best to let our better angels be released every day. So I guess that's a long way to answer your question of how important I feel it is to look to all of those things to try to make me live my best life every day.
Well, let me tell you, first of all, this is your show, my dear. So you can talk as long as you want. I give you the keys of the show. You can come, you can talk, even you can give me one word per day. You know, we will keep the show open just for you because we love you so much. So one thing that I really love with you, one of the many things, is how versatile you are as an artist. You can play it all, and you can play almost every genre of shows, not just shows, but also TV series and all the roles that you'll be doing in all these various and important TV series. So you have seen our beloved guest on 30 Rock, Bold, Mr. Robot, Madam Secretary, Unbreakable, Kimmy Schmidt, Ugly Betty, and many others, and also Law and Order, SUV, The Americans, also one of the top best series ever. So this is a question that I'm not going to dare to ask you, which is what do you like the most between stage and TV series, but I feel that you need both in order for yourself to be very happy and to come back always fresh when you take a new role. Do you think that the fact that you jump as quickly from TV series and then after to filming to the stage and also to do concerts and things like that, do you think this is the reason why you are always fresh every time you start something new?
Well, I really do. Honestly, I really do love the stage and film and television in different ways. So I started out on the stage, and that's my first love. And there's something totally unique about being in a group in a theater with, say, we're playing these 2,000 seat houses here on the road with Come From Away. You're experiencing this show in this one period of time. It will never happen the same way again because you will have the audience that is there, and it's live, and you're creating this empathy immediately in these moments that are ephemeral. And yet then there's film and television, which I also love because it's a different style. Your camera is so much on your face, so close up that it's just a different way of communicating that to reach the number of people also that you can reach in film and television. And so I guess yes, I think it's great gift to be able to jump back and forth between things and stay fresh in the way you approach the different styles, the different material, the different stories, the different characters. There is really no time to get stale, I guess, if that answers your question.
No, you answered it perfectly. We unfortunately approaching toward the end of this interview, but I want to say that what you are doing as an advocate for all the anti-discrimination and all the things that you're doing, both from standing, in the leadership of the Actors Equity Association, but also the Dramatists Guild of America. We say hello to all our friends over there. And also, you are one of the founding members of the Asian American Performers Action Coalition, and you served also on the board of the Tony Honored Alliance for Inclusion in the Arts for over 15 years. So what do you think, and that would be almost my last question, what do you think is the next, I would say the next challenge for you in all your philanthropic and all your activism?
I think the next challenge is actually not having to explain anymore to people why it's so important and necessary and just right to reflect the American landscape of people in the American landscape of storytelling. I've been talking about this for so many years, and I'm glad to be able to do it and hope that it's made some sort of a difference, because I believe in it so fully that we all benefit from reflecting the world as it is, and that's one of the great powers of the arts in all mediums, in film, television, theater, that we can shift perceptions of who we are and what we can do, both to each other and to ourselves. But that requires us reflecting the full diversity of our nation. And so I will talk about it as long as I need to, but I do believe that the next challenge is to get to a place where we don't have to articulate that anymore, where it is something that is understood and that we can move forward and just make it happen.
And it is so beautiful to hear. And yes, indeed, our differences is a chance. And God knows, all the immigrants and all the different ethnicities, they have created thousands and thousands of jobs for, I would say, the regular white American guy, So what you're doing is good not only for all these ethnicities, for all these minorities, we should call it that way, and I'm one of these, but also for what you're doing for American people, I would call it regular American people, because one ethnicity, one minority that succeeds, that is showcased, brings back to its community. And you are the perfect example, because what you are doing for American audience is absolutely amazing. And I see this as an immigrant in this amazing country. And I'm so proud of all the things that you have done. And I'm so grateful, because I wouldn't be where I am today if there wouldn't be you around and promoting and saying to people how important diversity and inclusion is important, especially in the arts. My dear, dear, dear Christine Toy Johnson, it was a pleasure, it was an honor, it was a privilege to have you today on iHeartRadio on the Culture News. I want you to know this is your show. You have the keys, You just call me anytime and I put you on the air. I don't care who is on the air. I would say, sorry, there is my friend Christine Toy Johnson first. So we have to hang up with you. I don't care who it is. But we definitely love you, and we want to tell you also all the best, because I believe it's on Friday that opens this great musical, Come From Away. Go to see our dear friend Christine Johnson, who is now previewing this great musical, Come From Away, in Seattle at the Fifth Avenue Theater. My dear Christine, thank you a million times for being with us today.
Thank you so much. It's really been a joy to talk with you. Have a great day.
It was an honor. Thank you so much.